Look, I know it's not politically correct. I know it's not hip. I know it's not open-minded. I know it's not all those terms we throw around to get people to think the way we want them to think. But nevertheless, I don't understand why T is a part of LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. It seemingly has nothing to do with the other part. And I wonder why we just blindly accept that to be cloaked under the same banner, so to speak. I realize the first response by most people is, well, they all face discrimination, protein view, and that's true, they all face discrimination. And so does a fat person, so does a black person, so does a white person in certain areas. So it's like anybody and everybody can face discrimination. Yes, some more than others, but how do we get off grouping these together but not these over here, whatever? I think perhaps there should be some kind of commonality in there, and there's no real commonality with a transgender person and a gay person. Gay men like being men. People who are transgender don't like being or don't think they are the gender they were born in. Gay men like being a man with a man. Somebody who's transgender wants to be the opposite sex with a man, for example. One is about gender identity, one is about preference. One is about what you are, one is about who you prefer to be with. The experience of someone who wants to be a totally different gender is not the same as someone who just prefers someone of a different gender than you might prefer. It's a totally different phenomenon. And I think some way by including and just blindly allowing transgender to be included in LGBT, it sort of waters down the gay cause. And I say waters down in quotes, so to speak, but I mean, take fighting for the rights of a gay man to be a camp counselor for the Boy Scouts. We're asking for a male to be able to be a part of other males to the Boy Scout. But then having a transgender person do it, they can't really talk about their experience as a man or woman because their experience is completely and totally different for very specific reasons. And they're also around someone who's in a sense has been a different gender and they're over children. So there's many more examples obviously, but it's not simply about discrimination. We cloak all things under the same banner. LGBT, WMRFP and so on and so forth, and we don't. So why do we add transgender on there when they're two totally different animals? And why do we allow and just blindly go along with it without thinking more about it? So please, if you could explain it to me in a reasonable manner and tell me why, aside from just saying, well, they face discrimination point of view, tell me why it should be included in there when they're two totally different animals and we don't include everything else under there, because it doesn't seem to make sense to me. It doesn't. It does a disservice to both ends because they're two totally different fights, two totally different experiences that are completely unrelated to me. But let me know what you think.